Hello. Today we get to talk about the differences between the RAM and the ROM. Have you ever bought a laptop or a PC? Or let's say, are you planning to get yourself one? There are key specifications to consider when buying either a laptop or a personal computer. The key specifications to consider when buying a laptop or a PC are the operating system, the RAM, and the ROM. Many people usually interchange the functions of the RAM and the ROM because they don't know their differences and end up buying laptops with low or poor specifications. Today, I'll help you through this. I'll take you through the differences between the RAM and the ROM, and I'll hope that you will never mix the two once again. I'll start with the basics, that is the basic definitions. RAM. RAM stands for the Random Access Memory. For its definition, RAM is a hardware element in our computers where programs and data currently being used by the CPU are stored so that the processor can retrieve them quickly. On the other hand, we have the ROM. ROM stands for the read-only memory. It is a type of memory where data has been pre-recorded. Therefore, we can only read but cannot write on it. With us is a sample, or we have how the RAM and ROM looks like in our computers. We have the RAM sticks and we have the ROM chips. Secondly, we will base our differences or our second difference in the basis of data retention. RAM is a volatile memory. Yes, it is volatile in nature, and this memory could store the data or retain data as long as power is supplied. That means if you cut off the power, or let's say power goes off abruptly, then all your data will be lost. For the ROM, ROM is a non-volatile memory which could retain the data even when the power is turned off. This is why it is advisable to install the UPS for our PCs, that is the uninterrupted power supplies or power systems, because the RAM is a volatile memory. This will give the user some time to load the data from the short-term memory, that is the RAM, to the long-term memory, which is, let's say, the hard disks and the solid-state drives. On the third difference, we have the working type basis. Now, data on the RAM can be easily read, written, and erased any number of times, while for the ROM, that is the read-only memory, as its name suggests, we can only read but can't write on it. That is the third difference. Going to the fourth difference, we base our difference on the use. The RAM is a temporary storage that stores programs and data currently being used by the CPU, while the ROM, that is the read-only memory, on the other hand, stores or contains the instructions that helps the computer to boot up. That is the process of turning on a computer. On to the fifth difference. It is based on the CPU interaction. The RAM is the memory unit that directly communicates with the CPU. Therefore, the CPU can access data stored on it randomly. While for the ROM, the CPU cannot access data stored on it unless the data is first stored or transferred to the RAM. That is when now the data could be accessed. Number 6, we have the difference based on speed. The RAMs are the fastest, or they are high-speed memories. They access data very fast and boost the processing speed of a computer, while the ROMs, they are much slower compared to the RAMs. On to the difference number 7 regarding the capacity and the size. The RAM chip is larger in size and stores much more capacity measured in gigabits, while a ROM chip is usually smaller in size and stores a few megabits of data. For the cost difference, the RAMs are expensive compared to the ROMs as they work to boost the performance of the computer. So we see that RAMs are costlier while the ROMs are cheaper. They are cheaper than the RAMs. We then have accessibility as the 8th point of difference. Now, data stored in RAM is easily and randomly accessed, but for the ROM, accessibility is not that easy. Number 9. This is based on, let's say, the applications or what are the RAMs and ROMs used as or used in. Now, due to its high speed and temporary storage, the RAM is used as the CPU cache and as the working memory or the primary memory of a computer, while the ROM, that is the read-only memory, is used as a firmware and in microcontrollers. One of the firmware's application is the BIOS, which is used to turn on a computer. Finally, the RAM comes in two types, that is the SRAM and the DRAM, while the ROM, that is the read-only memory, comes in 5 types. We have the masked ROM, the programmable ROMs, the erasable programmable ROMs, and the electrically erasable programmable ROMs, not forgetting the flash memories. And we have seen all these types of RAMs and ROMs in our previous sessions. That was the difference based on their types. This is a comparison chart that summarizes all the differences between the RAM and the ROM. Study it carefully and learn from it. It will help you so much to have a clear understanding of the two types of primary memories. Go through it and understand it, and you will never confuse between the two ever again. That's it for today, and I hope you have gained something new about the differences between the RAM and the ROM. See you in our next session, and feel free to post your questions in case you have one in the comment section so that we may discuss and solve it together. Thank you.